Before we dive into the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe because it will help my channel a lot, and I'll appreciate you guys a lot for doing so. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to talk about tips on making your commission designs for other people a little better than just putting random stuff together. But number one, personally, I think it's just like practice makes perfect. Number two, you have to develop your own style, and the best way to do it is actually going through the photo wall of other people making stuff and then seeing what you like about those pictures and then trying to apply it to your own stuff. So I've had several people come up to me and say that they've had trouble putting things together, and I definitely feel them because sometimes it could just be so overwhelming. So in case you guys didn't know, this is my first ever commission, and based on what I did back then, which is literally like 2 days ago, I feel that this could be improved a lot more. Even though she had like 100 items for me to use and 0 reserve, I still could have made it a little spicier. The next one I started to do, I looked around more places, and then I saw that people used windows a lot more, and I'm like, wow, I really like the use of windows because it really opens up the place and adds a different, I guess, aspect to it that makes it more aesthetically pleasing. And I found that a few items that I do really like and that I always continue to go back to is number one, this one. So I love the boxes over here. You can't get this anymore. It's from the Cat Pavilion, so if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you have to wait until the Cat Pavilion. Number two, I really love this window. This window you can actually purchase with just heart tickets, so it's great. And then I also really like this one. I don't know where this window came from, but I honestly love it so much. So this is my second attempt of making a house, and don't worry guys, like I'll tell you guys actual tips when you're making the commission so that you can apply it. I'm not just going to go through all my pics and just be like, well, I did this, this, and this. No, don't worry. We're gonna make a commission together and you can see the process. I was having so much trouble trying to get a commission because my fingers are just not speedy enough, so I kind of cheated and asked some of my followers to actually directly commission me so that I can make this video. So commissions were open. Thank you for everybody who accepted my request. Here I think I'm going to be doing 2, but right now I'm just going to start off with 1 just in case I don't do both. Oh, in case you guys didn't know and you want to know, this is how you directly commission someone if you wanted to. So let's just say I really wanted Sing Kitty, so I'm going to go visit her home, and then I'm going to do stylist info, and then I'm going to commission her. So one important thing that I actually made a mistake on in my last video was that I can only have 10 max furniture, so 10 maximum pieces of furniture in my house. The user, her name is just, I can't even censor it. It's just ass_salads_. She corrected me and said that this was not a typo and that you can only have 10 items or less, so you can just have it completely cleared. And then you can publish a request. So right now I can't because it's 47/10, so I'd have to cut it down. But I really like the commission somebody else gave me, so I'm just gonna keep it. Over here, mailbox, I will accept it. Perfect. So she gave me some reserve. I'd do my best to not use it all, but let's go ahead and style it now. So the first thing I do whenever I'm at a commission, I actually go to place and then I clear it out. Like I just want a completely clear slate. I find that the antique tag actually makes me the most confused as to what I'm trying to do because it doesn't really fit my style. When I go with antique, I kind of go with like an old cottage style, so hopefully that would be okay. So the second thing I do is that I'm gonna create my background. So I go to decorations and then I go look at the walls. So I try to look at the different wall palettes that she has and see if anything catches my eye and something that I really want to make. Just because you settle down on your background right now doesn't mean that you have to settle with this forever. So I always change my backgrounds around, and I really like using wood flooring. So I try to find wood flooring and then see if this works out. After this is my favorite part. I go to their windows and see what they have. So right now I see that there are a lot of the blue ones over here. I'm not really interested in doing this because this is more of a modern style, and because she did request antique, I'll try to go away from that. When they say antique, I kind of go with the Japanese style, even though it's not technically my style anymore. As a result, I'll have to go stick with these two. So I'm gonna see what I can do with this theme. So I just place my windows. I'm gonna go with some doors, and I might end up even taking them out. So I'll keep my options open and move on. So right now, what do? Do you start putting furniture? It's up to you. So just a friendly reminder, this is what I do and this is what I find success with. What I do next, I go to the bathroom and I go to the kitchen because these are the items that are the biggest. I try to put things down, so maybe this one over here. I kind of like having the baths and the kitchens near windows because I find it very nice, and then maybe have something next to that. So See, already it could be coming together. And as for the kitchen, I'll just do something maybe right here. As you can see, right now I'm trying to figure out the placement of my items. Usually I separate the house into 4 corners, and it really depends on what I feel that day. You don't have to follow that rule. Like currently right now, I'm not following that rule. But it's just easier if you have a game plan. So my game plan is always to set the foundation and then start adding in the little details. I also really like adding beds, because beds also add another aspect to the house, and it just makes it more fun. I always find myself trapping myself in a corner like this, and I feel like it really makes a house a lot bigger than it needs to be. So I'm gonna go away from that, and I'm gonna move the bed maybe somewhere in the middle. I actually like this bed a lot more, so I'm gonna take this off and swap it around. So I'm gonna do something kind of low-key. If a table is ever too short for you, literally just smack these two together and it looks like a long table. Just because it doesn't have the exact same color theme doesn't mean that you can't use it. So right now this brown is a lot browner than the other browns in this thing, and it might look weird at first, but honestly if you start putting stuff onto it and if you start making your house more and more full of other stuff, it doesn't really matter to have different colors of brown. Okay, I personally like this one a lot more, so I'm just gonna toss this out because this one actually has like the floral stuff over here, if you can see. Maybe I'll move the bed like somewhere here. So what I also really like doing is, if the house is big enough, I'd normally try to put in couches and TVs and whatnot, but like this one doesn't seem too big, so I'm kind of pressed for space for once. I try to also look at appliances over here to see what they have, like what's Gucci, and obviously I'm gonna maybe put these lanterns somewhere, don't know where, maybe here. Looks kind of ugly, maybe here. We'll see. I just want to have it out first. I really like using this one because it's like a very nature-y themed one. They have this. Can you put this on top of this? No sir, you can't. Maybe we'll put it here first. And so far I'm just winging it. Like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's a little too squashed. Like this. And then I'll figure out something. What I also find out, it looks kind of disconnected when you don't have a particular something. And what is that something? Rugs. Once you have rugs, it really ties the whole piece together. Let's go with something that's just kind of normal themed, maybe this one. Let's see what I can do. You know what, I'm just gonna move this away. And then I'm gonna have the kitchen. Should I have a bath then? A bath is so nice though. Maybe I'll move this over. Yeah, I don't want this anymore. I may end up putting a divider in there somewhere, but we'll just see how it goes. Like a lot of this is just trial and error and seeing what might possibly look good. It could possibly not look good at all. You just have to really be patient with it. And maybe I'll move it this way. And then it will slowly come together once you give it a little bit of patience. So I want to make it so that I have some carpets. Can't you see right now? It's a lot better in my opinion. Once you start putting everything in. Yeah, I'm taking away the kitchen. The kitchen's it's a nah man. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this. This would be better. Judging for the theme. So right now, what would make this even look like even better would be having a chair, preferably a couch that is... Oh, perfect! You are the best. We have 2 of these. Okay, so it's really up to you whether you want to have your chairs all inside the carpet or all outside of the carpet or in between the carpet and the thing. I find that it's better to have it like half-half because it kind of makes it look bigger. It could just be me, but I personally prefer it this way. The second way I would prefer it to be is to have it like completely outside of the carpet, so it would look like this. But usually it takes up a lot more room and it makes everything look like less connected to each other. So that's why I'm going to move everything back. I just realized that I can make it so that the theme is there better. So I'm going to change the flooring. Maybe I'm going to make it... No, I'm going to change the thing. Maybe this one. So this one would make it look more quote-unquote antique. But I'm not finished yet. Like, this is just the middle of the sandwich. Like, if it's a hamburger, this would be the patty stage. Right now, I want to make the pickles and the tomato and the lettuce stage. So this is where we go to ornaments. So I love putting stuff on the wall. doesn't matter what, I just love having stuff on the wall. So maybe like this over here. Of course I want to make it fit a specific theme. I guess this clock would be okay. If you ever have trouble because you want to put something here and you're like, oh no, I can't put it down, literally just click anywhere else on the map and then you'll be able to put it down. Oh my god, it's so uncentered. Whatever. I'm just gonna forget about it and then see what else I can put on the wall. So maybe another light here just to match the theme. Oh, I love having these carps. Wait, this is too close to the window. Okay, these carps will definitely make it more colorful. When they're closer together, it looks cooler, in my opinion. And then, oh, she has this. Bomb! Look, it's all coming together. Oh my gosh, she also has this. Nah, I'm not gonna add it in this time, but see how much more full this house suddenly became? And it's just because of the decoration pieces. I love the decoration pieces. And then put a painting maybe here. Okay, so I think this is all good for the wall pieces. The second thing I really love to do is putting down plants. Plants just make everything look so much nicer. So I don't care, maybe I'll put a plant here. And then I'll put like a big plant. This is my favorite type of plant to put down, but it doesn't really match this house, so I'm just gonna toss it. I'm gonna put a plant beside the bed because why not? And then I'm gonna put maybe, oh, not with this one. I'll try to, this would be more fitting of the theme because the base is brown or whatever color it is, and it would just match better. This would also be a good one. You know what? I'm gonna use this one instead of this one because this one's in the way. So I'm gonna put this away, put this over here. It's gonna block the light a little bit. This is too sad. This is too small. So I'm just gonna put, holy crap, that's huge. Maybe I'll swap it out. Maybe I'll put the lamp over here. Huh. Okay, nice. So see, it's coming together. I really like putting two pairs of trees beside stuff. So this would make sense in the case to have everything put together. Oops, I had something here. A little higher. And then, yeah, it's coming together. Like, this isn't the best. Like, I'm not saying my work is the best, but this is what I found helpful, and it just makes something more cohesive. The last thing I really like to do, which I can't do this time, is that I normally have a lot of tables hanging out. And really, the beauty is in the details. If you just start putting this stuff onto tables and just positioning it really well, you're going to see that your house becomes more homely. It just feels better. Like, honestly, putting even this bag over here, like, why not? If somebody zooms into your house, you're like, oh my god, like, look at all these cute details. Put a cat here because why not? And then maybe a cat just staring over here. I don't know, maybe right here. It's kind of weird though. Yeah, whatever. And let's see. I think that's it. I'm happy with what I was able to work with. Oh right, I wanted to put a screen. Would this be much? Yeah, this would be a little much. Like, I want people to see how beautiful everything is. It's not the worst thing I could do. But like, should I? It just kind of looks weird because it's up against the couch. Why don't you guys let me know if I should have kept this in or if I should have taken it out? If it was a lighter color, I think it would be less like in your face. But I think I would take it out because it doesn't look that great. So right now, I think this is what I'll have and save. I don't remember the amount of items that you need to put down, but you can't just randomly put down stuff, like put down 5 items and then save it and call it a commission because it won't work. Like, you have to wait a minimum of 10 minutes, and normally I take like 10-20 minutes to finish a commission piece, so I'm okay with that, but this is why. And voila. I am done this piece. I want to publish it onto the photo wall because why not? And you can always check your work over here. Latest work. Yay! So now I'm going to do a speed commission. It's for Winter Wolf. I love her so much. She's one of my very good friends here, and I'm just going to commission for her. So I'm going to make this at like 2 times or 4 times the speed. During this time, why don't you see if you can see me using my own tips for this commission. So we're nearing the end of the video, and I hope that this has been really helpful to you guys and that you guys were able to figure out what people do in order to make a house look relatively decent. The main point is that I always try to get the big things out of the way first, and then I start working on the smaller stuff and then the details. So that's what I find is the best and the most rewarding as well, because when you put all the small stuff down, you kind of get bogged down, and it's also very overwhelming as well when you have just all these small pieces everywhere and you realize that you didn't want to put this specific piece of furniture this place, so you have to move everything out of the way, and it's just better to have the skeleton first. If you like this content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later. Bye!